He also doesn't say that by doing so that we are going to cause God grief. When we are persistent, when we are bold, even when we're begging, we can sway men because they grow tired of it and they give in. Guess what? God is actually pleased with it, with our persistence. He delights in our calls to Him. He is waiting for us to reach out to Him when we're finally at our wits' end and have decided that I can't do anything else with my own strength. I'm going to give it to God. He delights in that. That's what He's there for. He is our God. He wants us to rely upon Him, not our own strength. Let's take a look at the meat of this parable to see what it tells us. How it guides us in prayer. We must come to God with boldness and confidence for what we need, just as the neighbor in this story does. Who does he go to? He goes to someone that he knows, right? He goes to someone who he thinks might grant him his request. He's not going to a stranger. He's going to his own neighbor, someone that he's talked to, someone that they've shared bread with, someone that they might have, hey, I need to borrow a cup of sugar for this recipe. Hey, can you watch the kids? Hey, I'm leaving town for a couple of days. Can you watch the dog? That's the type of person that he's going to. But what does he go for? What does he ask of? He asks for bread. Something that is required to live on. So we must go to God asking what? For bread. Those things that we can't live without. Those things that we need. Guess what? A new car, winning lottery ticket. Those things don't fit in with bread, contrary to popular belief. We must come to Him for others as well as ourselves. That guy beating on the door didn't go there because his pantry was empty for him and his family, did he? He went because a friend arrived at his place from a long journey. So this man is beating on the door for someone else. There's some good practical application right there. In Job chapter 42, verse 10, the Lord heard Job's prayer for his friends. So here Job is, one of the earliest books written in the Bible. Job is praying for his friends. In Job chapter 42, verse 10, it says, after Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord made him prosperous again and gave him twice as much as he had before. If you recall the story of Job, everything was taken from him except for his own life. Now, I didn't point that verse out to say that when we pray for our friends that we're going to get twice as much. That's not why I brought that out. I brought it out as an example that we have people that are close to us. We need to constantly be lifting them up in prayer. Let me ask you this. Is there, looking at this parable, is there another type of prayer that would be more pleasing to God than when we are begging for help to do good? Think about that. Here is this man beating on the door of his neighbor's house so that he can have bread to be good to the traveler that just arrived at his house. Let's think about that from a prayer standpoint.